Sorry about that. Um, Hello everyone, this is Water Fiction here, and today I'm going to try playing a little bit of this game. It's a turbo graphics game. I figure I can kind of play some games of the turbo graphics variety, maybe just to try them out, Honestly, because when I was growing up, I think my cousins had the Super Nintendo, and I think my brother and I had the Sega Genesis. And when I got older, I found out there's a whole new system called TurboGrafx, the PC Engine. I'm like, what is this? Like, how come I never heard about this before? Well, I guess it's the big, it was a big thing. Maybe not as big as Nintendo or Sega, but it was still pretty big though, So, I figured I might as well, Oh no. Oh. The king dispatched the warrior to the dungeon in order to find the kingdom's missing treasure. Push it. This is all on the thing. Oh wow, it's one of these kind of ones. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. That's kind of cool. So I'm playing with this game. It's kind of fun, kind of cool. I think it's supposed to be going in the same direction. I mean, I'm just wandering around. I'm not sure if I'll save this game or not, though. I might save it to the computer itself. Then I might just like play it like freestyle and if like and then maybe the only playthrough of the game. If I do play it again, I might do something different. I don't know. It's really hard to see where I'm going because everything looks the same, It's like everything looks the same. Now I did look up see if I could find Weird. I found I know that there was an anime series called Weird Die. It's actually based upon because I actually asked the question before about if Yomiko Readman could be considered autistic. The only reason, the big reason why I say that for because even though it's been a long time since I've seen the show, I remember reading the books and reading the manga actually, and watching the OVA and also watching the animated series. And in it, the main character plus two of the what are called the Paper Sisters. They're part of the manga. The manga had like 3 new characters besides Yomiko Readman called Reader Dream. But then the animated series kind of Alright. You want me to see when my cat just tried to climb up on me and he's just kind of like hanging off my shoulder. Yeah. Really fun. Anyway, so, in the original Weird Die OVA, this character named Yomiko Readman is given the name of the paper. And the reason why she's called that for is because she loves books so much that she can turn any particular paper into a weapon. And usually what happens is that she will be given a case against like some villainous character who has to be stopped, and of course she has to use her paper powers to basically stop him, And the basic premise of the movie is that this clone of Beethoven wants to basically destroy the world with music. Yeah, it is weird as awful bonkers. because of the fact that she's constantly has a nose in the book, that makes me wonder if like she could be considered autistic, which is why like I do want to find it and show it off, you know, just because you're like, hey, you know, this is what I think, like this is like what I think to be the case for, you know, maybe like hey, you know, this is like what I think is the most like candidate for you know. So I'm gonna do it. I did try to find it. But I go at the animated series. The problem with the animated series though is that it doesn't start off with Yomiko Readman. Like before, it deals with. Oh yeah, it deals with these paper sisters from Reader Dream, the manga. There's Reader Die the OVA, and there's Reader Die the manga series, which kind of is based off of the OVA. And both have Yomiko Readman in it. But then in Reader Dream, the manga, and Reader Die the TV series, it focuses mostly on the paper sisters. I can't remember the names right now, but basically they're very similar to Yomiko Readman. They love books, except for the last one. The youngest one actually hates books, but they all have the ability to manipulate paper. But I kind of feel like first and foremost to look at Yomiko Readman for like if whether or not she could be considered autistic coding. And honestly, this game is kind of fun. I say as any moment now that's gonna be a really powerful enemy is gonna kill me, and I'll be like, it'll kill me again, and I'll be like, oh come on, what the hell, man? That's so unfair. That's cheating, you know. Yeah, it's funny. I like to do that. I think we just. Sorry. So yeah, if I do find it, I really want to make sure that what do you know? Oh yeah, that I showcase it off and be like, hey, you know, this is what I have no clue about that. That's cool. Make sure I have first off, I do believe that she does. Because of the fact that she's always fixating on books. Which, honestly, I can kind of also see, something in the case that, Belle from Beauty and the Beast could also be, autistic. Because of her, you know, but also a love of books. See, I wanted to find it. I really tried to. I don't know whether to go back to that beat and kind of went backwards. Even if it was back. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll use the item. Which is X. Alright, so X, well, X and that's cool. Now that I know that, because I released it onto his Discord Ottoman Emperor or Norman Ottoman. Noah, last name not given. Basically, something that if I can release it onto his PC, which I asked him to voice chat, looking cool. I might do that, you know, kind of look through that, you know. I look cool, you know, just, where they go? Oh yeah. Just kind of throw it off into chat. Once I find it, though, you know, I can't really say that I can't really say I can show off in chat if, but I asked him the PC was like, those voice chat, so. I might have to do that, you know. I honestly don't know how to do it though, so maybe somebody watch this video, they can be like, hey, you know, this is how you do it, you know, and I'll be like, oh, that's cool, you know. Oh, look, there's another one of my cats. It's midnight. Hi, midnight. You guys ever have different cats or dogs, like, and you ever do like stuff that's like gets like really frustrated, but it's like you gotta love them anyway, so it's like oh, you, it's like, oh, like seriously, like, and then it's always like they kind of like they got on your nerves, you know, but then they do that whole cute little like they might like go on the back and show little bellies, and they go like wow, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't be mad at you, you know, and it's like I should be mad at you, you know, and it's like being naughty, but I can't stay mad at you. Anyways, with this game though, I've noticed it's kind of, you tell it's a product of its time, because the graphics are really good, like really accent. That's not really the point of looking at, but it's like, oh, you know, it's based off of like maybe like old school dungeon maps, because of how like there's really not much here, you know, that's there we go. That's hey, and now Kobe Jackson decides to jump on the monitor, which means it might turn off on me. The monitor might. I don't know if you hear or not though. All I didn't know I can say is that this is part of this time, because like back in the day, like when you have enemies, there's always still sprite. You know, it wasn't like a sprite, you know, that was not just the way later on. You know, then they're like, hey, you know, let's really make it cool. You know, oh good. Ego drowning. But anyways, yeah, like you know, like they're not moving, right? Like that's the whole thing. And then of course when they do move, that's like not do it later on. Then because they like little animation, you know, like them doing this cool stuff, you know. And then of course, well, hold on. I don't know if you guys can see me or not though, but my cat just turned off the TV. Come on. Not if you turn up TV, I should say. It's the monitor. You just kind of made it kind of go to a different thing. Go like this, go like this. Here we go. Alright, so, yeah. Yes, basically just, what I'll do is I'm spamming the attack button, and then kind of attack you as well. But there's no animations, you can't really see like a thing, you know. Oh, cool. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna show you this real quick. Button 1 is Z, button 2 is X. So Z. Maybe A and S, maybe? I don't know. Oh, there's enough money. No. I don't think you can get this stuff at all. Oh, that's okay. And actually, I'm gonna stop this game right here. It's really kind of fun. I am going to enter the save state. Pause this. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I actually like this kind of neat little. This is it's a really interesting game to play. I kind of want to play like more of these TurboGrafx games, mainly because of the fact, like I said before, I never grew up with it. In fact, this is like when I heard about it, I like the games they had like Bonk, which is basically you play this caveman kid, and you fighting this evil dinosaur. It's like that sounds cool, you know. It's like that sounds awesome. Like, that was easy. That was their mascot, you know, and it's like I want to play more of that. I want to know if there's any more like related media material from this era, and because of the fact that most of these games and characters from this system didn't really make it through to like the next generation, would have been like the Nintendo 64 and Sega Dreamcast era. I don't think there was any TurboGrafx 16 PC engine at all. I think it'd be kind of neat to basically maybe like to see if like they actually would, if Nintendo or Sega was like, hey man, because Nintendo did it with like Sega, right? Like Sonic the Hedgehog, like when Sega went out of business, they were pretty much like, hey man, you can come in open arms. We're still gonna do like a rival thing, you know. But you can still have your stuff in our system, you know. So they kind of had to do it that way. So I kind of wanted if TurboGrafx, if they ever had to do that, they'd make a deal with like Nintendo or Sega or Sony or even Microsoft, or if they just actually went by the wayside, you know. Cause I think it'd be neat to kind of like play this old school games, especially old school RPG games, especially ones not like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest. Which don't get me wrong, I love Final Fantasy, I love Dragon Quest, but I love RPGs that have also RPGs that are like kind of like not of the big two, you know, like the ones that are like, hey man, have you heard of this game? I'm like, no, and it's like, you gotta play it, man. It's awesome. It's so cool, you know. So yeah, Be sure to give Noah the Otter, give his stuff a look. He does really good stuff too. Like right now, we're not right now. Right now, that'd be kind of funny, if he was while I was talking this, because I would be doing this video. I would just be on this thing, It's not. I think it's not until tomorrow. He's gonna continue off. He's having problems with his OBS software, and it's funny because I do it's like I have a brother and a cousin-in-law who both know a lot about computers, But I live in Wisconsin. He lives in Oregon. There's no like, hey man, you know about computers, right? There's one guy, he has a program OBS, and he's having problems with it. Can you go, drive over there and be like, oh yeah, do, there you go, done, fixed, That's if you know about the software anyway. So those two things against it. But yeah, I just give this. But he's doing because I guess he has the community. What's that again? Oh yeah, the community can vote for things. Like if you give coins on Twitch, which they have to do, just watch some videos on Twitch, like a live stream, so they kind of packs up the coins, and you can put the coins towards a game you want to play, or you can do I think it's $1 on Patreon for movies, maybe games. I'm not sure if he has that on there. But basically, the community can basically vote in on whether or not they want to see him play a game. And the game that he's playing right now, well, he's also playing West Fire 3, but that one's kind of giving him really a lot of problems when he plays it. So now he's playing Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton, which are based upon the popular puzzle and visual novel series of Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. Gobi, no chewing on the cords. Hey, no. My cat is gonna chew on the cords. All right. What was I say? Oh yeah. But yeah, he's doing it, and I think tomorrow, I think it is. I think on noon Wisconsin time. So I think it's 10 Oregon time. So I just gotta figure out from there what time it would be in your time. But yeah, just I'll give you a link to his YouTube channel, and then I know you can be like, hey, you know what, I can see he has a Discord and a Twitch. It's follow him on Twitch and Discord. He'll like that. It's actually funny because as of me saying this, I only have 2 or 3 subscribers to my channel right now, and I'm like, hey, this is a guy a lot more subscribers than me. Give him a like. Give him a look up. But I'm on it though. I kind of like to let you know. He's also autistic, and so that's kind of why really. Well, and he showed different characters. He other thing. Sorry. He also has a YouTube channel where he looks at different characters. Are they proper autistic coded, or the improper? There's certain characters that he'll look at, let's say Sheldon Cooper, who technically is not autistic according to what's called Word of God. The creators of the show, no, he's not. But the community is he does show signs, but he's kind of he's really not good representation. So here's a video like why that guy is not a good representation of a character like Lilo from Lilo Stitch is. He also to a new show called Carol the Collector, which is funny. I was flipping the channels one time and I saw the preview of it because I happened to go on to basically PBS, which is also the mornings to PBS Kids, you know that thing, you know. Which I only remember that because I remember like growing up and kind of watching PBS Kids when I was a kid. I was more into like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney. But I remember getting into like Cyber Chase. That was kind of cute show, and this weird show where these kids go into the computer, but like there's like mythologies and they like solve like different mysteries and stuff with the gods. But they take the role of the gods themselves. Like one of them is like the boy becomes the boy's sibling. The brother becomes there we go. Osiris, and the sister becomes I think Isis. And he knows if he goes to this coffin, he's gonna die. But the dude drugs his. He says he's avoided, but this dude drugs his drink, and then he gets shoved in the coffin. It's really weird. She has to save him. I can't remember what it was called offhand, but it was on this weird channel, and there was a note. It was always static, like white noise stuff, you know. And I was something I would turn it on, and like I would flip to the channel, I'd be like, "Oh hey, it's on." And I was watching the show, and I actually enjoyed it. I watched a couple episodes of it, I think. The only one I really remember, though, is that one. I'm like, oh, man, I want to watch it again, you know? So, like, once again, that's probably ADHD. Giving you all this is tangent, you know? Like, what the hell are you talking about now? I was like, ah, I can't remember what I was talking about a little bit ago. That's funny, you know? But anyway, so, just remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said before, I'll bring the link down to. Oh, sorry, not but But yeah, like I do remember watching, of course, like Magic School Bus. I was up but like I did occasionally watch when I was younger, PBS Kids, but not that much. You know, flipping the channels. And I kind of left it on. I think I had to get up and get something, and it was this weird show with a raccoon. It was like, it's Carl the Collector, absolutely. And I'm like, oh, it's a new kid show. Okay, that's kind of nice. And I watched a video of Noah and he's like, yeah, he's actually on the show. He's actually autistic, and he's proper representation of autism. You know, because like, he actually, because it's a kid show, and they really want to make sure that they get it right. You know, because like. Especially now in the modern days. It goes back in like 20, 30 years ago, they wouldn't have to, they wouldn't have to worry about it too much because like the whole thing is to basically get a wider target audience and not going to be worried about being correct in those kind of endeavors in your fields. And it's like, you kind of have to be correct. You gotta have to be like, you know, knowledgeable what you're doing. You know, like that's the big thing. But you know, like you know, they probably didn't think they had to worry about it, will they? You know, like look at black characters, right? They go from being like shoe shiners and maybe barbers, you know, of the white dude, and they have like no real real position of like anything except for like whatever the person in charge wants them to be like. And then of course this kind of seems to be it's a little bit racist to have every single black character be a servant of the white man. Let's kind of change up it. Then they go into the opposite approach, which is basically the magical black man, you know, and like even like gay characters too. Like they were initially portrayed as being, well, not actually portrayed as villainous, but the villains were coded as being gay. Like I guess you look at Jafar. He has like kind of his mannerisms, and even like Sky, you know, when he's like playing with that mouse, you know, like oh, You let him get away, and I shall practice my courtesy. Like that. Yeah, like that's. What am I thinking of? Oh yeah, that's I think like basically queer code, and then of course you have like the later on, and you have the gay best friend, which is basically the actual gay person, and even look at like autism. Circling back, like back in the day, the autistic character would have been like highly incapable of doing anything themselves. And then they're like, hey man, how do we make this autistic character, instead of making it be completely incapable of taking care of themselves, because a lot of people who are autistic, they don't do that. How do we make them be really smart? The autism is a superpower, and that's like a really bad trap again. It's almost like we have a tendency to kind of look down on a certain group of people, and then and one point in history, and then be like, oh, you know what? That's really bad. It's really terrible. Let's prop them up. We prop them up too much. It's ungodly standard. Like, how many people do you know who have autism, or how many, like, if you have autism, like, how many of you even who have autism are like super geniuses and can do all this really cool stuff, right? You're probably like, I can't do half the stuff these guys do. Like Sean Murphy can just solve stuff. So now I think we kind of starting to get more and more into like the middle ground. Like, they're not too great, but they're not too weak and pathetic either. It's kind of like a mixed ground. Like I said, I'm going to end this right now. It's kind of getting late. But yeah, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out Know the Artist YouTube channel. And from there, you can check out this other stuff. It's really cool. And thank you, and goodbye.